purpose driven jewels. Again, my joy box is just overflowing at this point because I am just listening and I am receiving each and every one of you as you again intentionally, not by chance, are joining in with me today. So, this message I have for you guys is a little bit more hit home, and I'm going to say it's really gearing to my entrepreneurs, whether you are an aspiring entrepreneur or a seasoned entrepreneur, because one thing I know about entrepreneurship is it never gets old, right? Because whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, that's someone who I see as you have a dream, you have these desires, you have even an idea, right? Something that's really like passion, you're passionate about. And it's like you want to do it, but maybe you're hesitating for some reason, right? There's some type of doubt you have within yourself that's not allowing you to really just proceed and take it on. So then we have our season, entrepreneurs, um, providers, business owners. I still say the same thing to you guys because, again, it doesn't get old because at the end of the day, things are always changing, right? Trends are always coming on. And as part of being an entrepreneur and a business owner, you have to stay on top of it. You have to keep up so this way you can continue to get business. So, what I want to say to each and every one of you, whether you're on the aspiring entrepreneurship side or you're seasoned, either way, just do it. Just do it. And I'm going to share a little bit of my own story of where that comes from, right? Because the topic for today is just do it. So, I actually am, as I've shared before, I am the owner, founder of EKCourage. And this is actually my second business. Yes, I said it, y'all. Second business. My first business, I was an event planner coordinator. My business name, as some of you may already know, was E&E Events. When I tell y'all, I really passionately loved event planning coordinating for social events. And I still have that passion. I'm still in very close contact with my business partner at the time. And we both just got to a place where our lives were going in different directions, right? It wasn't in the direction anymore of going further in the business of event planning coordinating. I went back to school. I became a social worker, and it just like took away the time I needed to devote into that business. However, what I will say is that it just lended itself because, again, I'm a firm believer in what God has for you is for you. So it didn't stop me. That entrepreneur in me never died. It never died. It just kind of just needed that pause moment. If y'all watched my previous video, I just need that pause moment to be able to understand and be aligned, right, with what God has for me. So I take what I learned from that experience and becoming an entrepreneur during that time to lend itself to where I am today with, again, EKCourage, right? So EKCourage, as I hope all of you can see, I'm actually advertising and promoting at the same time. EKCourage is a coaching and networking with a spiritual twist establishment. So I'm saying all this to say, for any entrepreneur who's listening and tuning in, again, I don't care if you are inspiring, just at the start, just maybe even at the peak, right, of wanting to do it, but something's holding you back. Or if you're a seasoned entrepreneur who's been out here hustling and bustling and doing whatever it takes, right, to see your passion and your dreams come to light, come to pass. I just encourage you to just do it or just continue to endure and go through. Because, again, what God has for you is for you. So with EKCourage, that's what it does. It's an opportunity to meet with me as a coach and just aspire. I aspire women, single women who are just like on a mission, right? A mission to maybe not even become an entrepreneur, but just to proceed and do something. But again, I'm really focusing today one of my entrepreneurs, because we are in a time, y'all, that the economy, it's not all of our friends. It's just really not. Like, come on, let's be for real. There are people losing jobs left and right. People who have been working on their jobs for years and they're losing it. Then you have people who have also been working, right? Working hard, climbing that ladder. But because of the life and what we're going through right now with this pandemic, and people having to, some people even having to be feel forced to take the vaccine who may not want to take the vaccine. And I'm not saying, that's personal. I got the vaccine, but again, that's personal. But I'm saying all this to say it's nothing like having something that you can go to in the direction not only that is safe, secure, but it's something you love. It's something you're passionate about. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's not. It's easy. I'm not gonna say that. It's times where, trust me, I get tired. I get worn out. I get to a point where I just be wanting to, like, listen, throw my hands up and be like, listen, Lord, I thank you, but this is just too much. It's sacrificing. It's money, y'all. As they say, it takes money to make money. You're gonna spend something. You may not have to spend too much, but you're gonna spend something because it's how you're gonna build. It's how you're gonna grow. You got to be willing to invest in yourself, right? In order for people to invest in you, whether you're a provider products or a provider of service, you have to be willing to do that. But what I'm saying is just do it. Like, you just have to stop and just think for a moment, like, what are you passionate about? What have you been saying to yourself that's self-sabotaging yourself from moving and going the direction that you have so deep within? Right? Is it the fact that you maybe need to connect with someone and maybe get some support, whether it's, and I'm gonna be honest, it may not be your family, it may not be your friends, it may not be the people that's already in your inner circle. It may take you having to go out, okay? And again, I say this and I'm saying it from the heart. What God has for you is for you. So what that means is, even if you gotta sometimes take those chances and those risks, there's a reason. There's a reason behind why people are even sometimes coming to you and offering you some things that don't even sound real. Now, do your homework. Do your homework. Do some, background checking and stuff like that, because there are some people who are just corrupt, okay? But I say all that to say sometimes we can block our own blessings, okay? And I'm a living witness of it. I am now at this point where I can say I am wholeheartedly excited about going further and enduring my coaching establishment. I have gotten some clarity. I have taken my classes. I have taken on meeting some great people and connecting with some wonderful people. I'm reading on books. I'm reading magazines that are all geared and catering to entrepreneurship and coaching, because what it takes is, it takes time. It do take time. But again, I encourage you to just do it and start now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is not even promised. So why and what better time than now to just go in and go hard, But even if there's things you're not too certain about, you still maybe have a little area for growth, because you're like, I don't know about marketing, right? I don't know about, PR. I don't know about putting together technology and using different platforms, especially now in the world that we're living in that is really geared more towards the virtual versus the in person. Like, I'm an in person type, that's my style. But because now we're living in a world of this pandemic, it's really almost pushing me to go in this virtual world. And that's not what I do. But if you can shift your mind just a little bit, right? And take it and look at it through the lens of, yes, this may not be what I do now, but if I am able to maybe even connect or take the time to learn, then that's just going to build me up. That's just going to build my network, right? Because again, we're working and we're living in a world now where you can't think small. You have to think big. You have to think bigger and greater, right? One of my favorite quotes that I stand by is, if your dreams do not scare you, they're not big enough. They're not big enough. And if you think about it, I'm going to say it again. If your dream don't scare you, they're not big enough. That's the reason why it's called a dream, right? So if you have the capacity and ability to dream, even if you for whatever reason stopped dreaming, because life is real and I get it. It's been one thing after the next, right? We got a pandemic going on. We got, listen, I'm Black, right? So Black Lives Matter, all right? Not in the economy, again. I can only tell you how many people I know within my own inner circle who's lost a job and is really struggling. So my encouragement to all of you, again, no more time to sit down and just talk about it. Now is the time to be about it, right? Now is the time to just dig deep within yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I am good at? What is it that I have been doing all along, but maybe just haven't gotten paid for it? I've even had some people offer to pay me for whatever product I didn't produce, whatever services I have provided. But for whatever reason, I'm not able to see within myself. And if that's you, please reach out to me, because I would love to talk to you about that. I would love to. But I'm also just talking on a wide spectrum for everyone. Whatever it is that you've been putting off, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's buying a home, whether it's going to school, whether it's getting in a relationship, whatever it may be, I encourage you today to just do it. So, without further ado, as always, again, I just want to thank you all for tuning in. My intentional, purposeful, driven jewels. Thank you for pouring into my jewelry box and being a part of this journey. As always, if you heard a nugget or two, something that sparked something in you, I encourage you to like, share, and of course, subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Bye-bye.